Hello YouTube. I'm going to be judging a video today by Akana. She's a pretty popular YouTuber, and she made this video called How Girls Get Ready for Death. Just by the title, it's very concerning to me, because getting ready for death does not sound like something anybody should do. It's horrible advice. I'd rather get ready to live forever. But without further ado, let's get into this video.
Every girl wakes up knowing that someday, death's sweet embrace will come for her.
Okay, she's already off to a very bad start. This is very wrong information. Not every girl gets up knowing that death is going to come for her. I know girls personally who are wanting to live forever. They believe it's possible to live forever. They're trying to live forever. And the last thing they would ever do is get ready for death. Because why would you get ready for death when you could be trying to live forever? It just makes no sense to get ready for death. Getting ready for death is suicide. See this girl right here? This is Maria Kononenko. She is a scientist working to cure aging. She wants to live forever. That's her goal. Here's something she said on Twitter. The most important goal in life is to live forever. So she's obviously not getting ready for death. Sounds like she's getting ready to live forever. And she is working to cure aging so that everyone can live forever. She says, strive to immortality. That's her motto. So this idea that Akana is putting out, that girls are preparing for death and getting ready for death, is utter bullcrap.
Every girl wakes up knowing that someday, death's sweet embrace will come for her.
Yeah, maybe most girls in the world are, because they don't know that living forever is actually possible. Here's another girl that believes she can live forever and is trying to live forever. Laura Deming, one of my favorite people. I can't imagine anything worse than not being alive. I want to cure aging. I want to make us all live forever. Love this quote. So as you can see by these two examples, some girls are preparing to live forever because they're working hard to ensure that the cure for aging comes in time for them and for everyone so that we don't have to die. And these are just two examples. I could give you numerous examples of girls who want to live forever, who believe it's possible, and who are trying to live forever. Okay, Liz Parrish, she's trying to cure aging. I'm pretty sure she wants to live forever if she could. And of course, living forever is possible because nobody knows the future. Nobody knows when the scientists will be successful in figuring out the cure for aging. And then from there, we just solve all other accidents and all other causes of death. Nothing's stopping us from living forever if we do that. We could even solve the heat death of the universe.
You'll want to spend a majority of your life fearing growing older and adamantly fighting it with anti-aging serums, cosmetic enhancements, and healthy eating and exercise. Make sure you're driven by the fear of becoming unfuckable and fading into irrelevant obscurity. Frantically try to find a partner in life so you can avoid the fearsome nursing homes and solitude and old age that you witness being shoved under the rug in society.
Well, you could do all that stuff, but I recommend that you become a life extension activist. Spread the message that we can cure aging, that aging is not inevitable. Spread the message that death is not inevitable. Spread the message of hope, that we can live forever with sufficient technology. And spread the message that we should be speeding up this technological advancements in medicine and science so that these cures can come in our lifetime, so that we don't have to die. Let's be proactive. Let's use our fear of aging, let's use our fear of death to motivate us to do something to stop death, to fight death. This is what we should be doing.
Eventually, you'll have periods of rest where you fully believe that you are invincible, immortal, and that death happens to everyone else, but not you. Then, just as quickly, you'll realize that everything is meaningless since our lives are nothing but a blink of an eye in the universe, and you will be fueled with the desire to make your mark on the world and fulfill a purpose or destiny. This is often workaholicism.
Okay, first of all, I love her honesty when she said that life is meaningless because our lives are nothing but a blink of an eye in the universe, and so it's all meaningless.
You'll realize that everything is meaningless since our lives are nothing but a blink of an eye in the universe.
That's so honest of her, and I applaud her for saying that because most people are not willing to admit that. But it obviously is true. If you have to die, and if you end up, a corpse in the ground, if you've ceased to exist, then everything you ever did is rendered meaningless. Your entire life was pointless. Then she kind of promotes the idea that you should leave your mark.
And you will be fueled with the desire to make your mark on the world and fulfill a purpose or destiny.
So she's kind of mixing in the idea that you can have meaning through leaving a legacy, which I don't agree with. Leaving a legacy, leaving your mark on the world, adds no meaning to your life. Leaving a legacy is pointless because you won't be able to benefit from your legacy if you're dead. So, I don't know, she seemed to be saying that leaving a legacy and leaving a mark does add meaning to your life in some way, so I don't agree with that. When she talked about workaholics, she's absolutely right that a lot of people are using their work and their career to mask the meaninglessness of their life, to distract themselves. If they can get focused on a career and whatever, they feel like their life is meaningful, when ultimately it's not. If they get old and die, it was all pointless. It doesn't matter how successful you were, how rich you were. Nothing matters in the face of death and annihilation. So what people really should do is be a workaholic for your chances of living forever. Spend all your energy working to improve your chances of living forever. Be a workaholic for life extension. Be a workaholic for something that's actually going to increase your odds of living forever. Be a workaholic for health research. Be a workaholic in terms of creating the perfect eternal life strategy. This is the best use of your time.
This is often workaholicism. As you get older, perhaps you'll see death riding on by on his cat-controlled unicorn, winking and waving and whispering, "You're next." These encounters will simultaneously calm and scare you shitless. You will spend so many nights in an existential crisis, questioning everything and receiving no answers. The best course of action here is to just accept the inevitable darkness that consumes us all.
Just accept the inevitable darkness that consumes us all. How about no? Okay. If you love life, you should not accept death. This is obvious. Okay, this is why Maria Kononenko is fighting to live forever. She loves life. She is not accepting death. Accepting death is something for losers. Winners fight for eternal life. They fight for survival. I think it's time that Anna take a lesson from Anna. So Anna, allow me to introduce you to Anna Kozlova. She also wants to live forever. She's a friend of Maria Kononenko. I met her. She's an awesome girl. And she says, why should life end? Why should life end? If we can figure out the technology to cure aging, our life doesn't have to end. That's the point. We can experience the beauty of life forever. We can have fun forever. This is something that is incredible. We should be shouting this from the rooftops. Our life can have meaning if we can live forever. Having a strong survival instinct shows that you love life. It is the proof of your love of life. Wanting to live forever and trying to live forever is the ultimate proof that you love life. Accepting death, on the other hand, is the ultimate proof that you have a weak survival instinct. Anna Akana has demonstrated that she has a weak imagination and a weak survival instinct. She has asserted that death is inevitable. She does not know this. She does not know the future. She does not know that we cannot figure out the cure for aging and live forever. But yet she says that death is inevitable because she has a closed mind. Like so many others, she has lost her muchness. She has lost her childlike imagination. And it is very sad. Anyone who cannot imagine the possibility of living forever, who says it's impossible, who says that death is inevitable, anyone who says these things has an incredible lack of imagination. The imagination is one of the most important assets of a good philosopher, having a very vivid and deep imagination to be able to imagine all the possibilities that could give us eternal life, which there are many.
You will spend so many nights in an existential crisis questioning everything and receiving no answers.
Well, I had an existential crisis, and guess what? It led me to answers. It led me to transhumanism. It led me to the conclusion that I should be trying to live forever physically, by any means possible, and that I should be dedicating my life to this endeavor of trying to defeat death, that death is the worst possible thing that could ever happen to human beings, and that we must stop this. We must fight death. We must fight for a world where death no longer enslaves us. We're all slaves to death. We must free ourselves from death, because death is the great meaninglessness, the meaningless end that awaits us if we do not take proactive actions to cure aging as soon as possible. And we need to live as long as possible so that we're alive at that point in the future when scientists really do figure out effective cures for aging. So that means we have to be extremely careful with our lifestyle, with our diet. We have to be perfectionists. We have to try our hardest. We have to take everything seriously, because any little miscalculation could be the end of us. It could be permanent annihilation, oblivion, blackness, the worst fate possible. This is why we need to be so serious. This is why we need to be alert and on guard to all the dangers in this world. This world is a very dangerous place, and living forever will not be easy. And not everyone's going to live forever. Clearly, obviously. Who is most likely going to live forever? The most serious people. The people who don't joke around. The people who perfect every little meticulous detail of their strategy, their eternal life strategy. Certainly, the people who are least likely to live forever are those people who accept death, who say that death is inevitable. How are those people going to live forever? If you don't even believe it's possible to live forever, and you're not trying to live forever, that's going to decrease your chances of living forever. So I pity these people who have accepted death. It's the worst thing you could ever do, is to accept death. No, you fight death. You wear your battle garb. You get your sword and your shield, and you fight the fight of your life for survival. This is all or nothing. You're either going to live forever or you're going to be dead forever. You choose. How badly do you want this? How much are you willing to work for it? What are you willing to do for it? What are you willing to sacrifice for your eternal life? These are the questions you need to be asking yourself. But anyways, I'm going off on a tangent. Let's get back to the video.
The best way any girl can get ready for death is not necessarily to live like life is short, because it's not, but you also don't want to err on the side of being overly cautious and regret not taking risks. The happy medium is between the two, not being afraid of the trivial, like confessing your love to someone, but being cautious in a good way, such as cutting out people in your life who don't truly care for you. Though death should be kept somewhere in the back of your mind as a little reminder to cherish what and who you have now, don't let it be a force of fear. All bad things, all good things, all things come to an end. So have some fun.
She said life isn't short? Are you kidding me? It's incredibly short. Like, think about it. You're just going through life, and I'm almost 30 years old. And it feels like my life just went by so fast. It's ridiculous. Life is way short. But if you end up dead, the lifespan doesn't matter. So whether I live to be 1,000 or if I die tomorrow, both of those are equally as bad because you end up in the same place. So what I'm saying is that we need to put all our focus on safety. Like, yes, be overly cautious. She said, don't be overly cautious. Are you kidding me? We need to be extremely cautious. And she said, don't let death be a source of fear. Fear is my superpower. Fear can help us live forever. We take our fear, we use it as motivation, as power. Fear has kept me alive and it continues to keep me safe. Death should be a source of fear. I mean, death is only the worst thing that could ever happen to you. Why wouldn't you fear it? If you do fear death, it means you love life. So do fear death and use that fear to move you to action, to wise actions that could save your life. Fear is the emotion of survival. It's one of the most important emotions we have. And she said, all good things come to an end. She doesn't know that. She doesn't know that life has to come to an end. She's making claims about the future that she does not know. She doesn't know that scientists will not come up with the cure for aging any day. She's really a bad philosopher. I've exposed her. She has a weak survival instinct. She has made the worst move ever of accepting death. This is the stupidest thing you could ever do. You want to rebel against death. You want to fight death. You want to fear death. Okay, and the other thing she said was, so have some fun.
So have some fun.
Like that's some consolation for death. Well, at least you got to have some fun before you died. Your fun won't make an iota of difference once you're rotting in the ground. It wouldn't matter how much you suffered in life or how much fun you had. Death renders it all meaningless. So the amount of fun you had is pointless if you die. Everything is pointless if you die. That is, if you die and cease to exist. Maybe there's a small chance of some kind of hypothetical afterlife. I don't believe it for 1 second. It's possible, but I don't believe it, and I'm not counting on it. That's why I'm serious about living forever physically. Alright, but back to the idea of fun. What she said at the end there kind of reminded me of YOLO. You only live once, so whatever, just go have some fun. Eat, drink, be merry, for tomorrow you die. It's the same old story that the deathists tell us. They tell us, you know what? It's okay that you're going to die because you know what? At least you got to have rich experiences before you die. So go live a fulfilling life, maximize your fun, and you know what? You won't have regrets and it'll be okay. No, it's not okay. I don't care how much fun I have in life. I don't care what kind of a great, grand adventure my life is. If the end is death, if I end up in a box in the ground, the fun I had is meaningless. It's pointless. I won't be able to remember the fun I had. I won't have a mind that can reflect on those rich, fulfilling experiences and relationships and everything in life. It's all pointless if I die. That's the message. So what I encourage everyone to have is an eternal perspective. Think long term. Think how you're going to get to have an infinite amount of fun. If you live forever, you're going to get to have a crazy amount of fun. Infinitely more fun than all these dead people. And if you die, you're a loser. Admit it to yourself. It's hard, it's painful, but take the red pill. That's it. May you live forever.
May you live forever.